And the game of the year is mon ami Clair Obscur, Expédition 33!
So the Game Awards, they happened. It was one of the most Game Awards in recent memory, with almost all mystery surrounding which games were going to win which categories getting brutally killed thanks to the sweep of one of the best games of 2025, which was none other than Not Ghost of Yote. Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the game that took the world by storm when it released seemingly out of nowhere on April 24, 2025. Unanimous praise from critics and gamers alike, over 5 million copies sold, and a very high 92 on Metacritic. It was no surprise that it copped every award it was eligible for, which might make one wonder. Clair Obscur begins in an edgy fantasy version of Benepot Petty, where an event called the Gommage takes place, which is the annual extermination of everybody older than an age that is continuously counting down with each passing year, with various expeditions set to figure out how to stop the Paintress, who is the one causing this soon-to-be extinction of the human race. You play as Gustav and collect paths along the way to hopefully fulfill this lofty goal that no other expedition has managed to not die pursuing. Sounds fun? If you said yes, then you would be sorely correct, because this game f***ing rocks. Everything from the story, to the characters, to the gameplay is all cranked up to 11, which makes it clear why it was such a big hit with the critics and people who actually played it. Now you might be wondering exactly how big of a hit it was with the gamers, which might lead you to ask yourself,
This year's nominees for Best Art Direction are Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. For Best Score and Music, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Clair Obscur, Clair Obscur.
a lot. This game set the record for the most nominations in the Game Awards' illustrious Decade Plus history, beating out both Last of Us Part 2 and God of War Ragnarok, which were tied with 11 nominations each. And considering how well both those games did the respective year's Game Awards, you might be led to believe Clair mastered success. However, you would be completely wrong, as it would win more than either of those games could have even hoped. 9. It won 9 awards out of the 12 nominations it received. It only lost Best Audio Design to Battlefield 6 and Player's Voice to Wuthering f***ing Waves. Unfortunately, yes, we are deadass. So why do I bring all this up? Why am I telling you stuff you probably already heard all over social media and the news? Well, I'm here to emphasize one major fact regarding Clair's win that maybe you are overlooking. Clair Obscur is the first independent game to win Game of the Year, and it's the second highest rated Game of the Year overall, second to only another independent game and Game of the Year nominee, Hades 2. And its space dominated almost entirely by big blockbuster games that get their kicks from scamming consumers of their hard-earned money via microtransactions and painfully uninspired live service models. Clair Obscur acts as a rejection of modern gaming's most off-putting practices that attempt to turn one of the most lucrative mediums for artistic expression into a soulless, trend-based machine trying to suck every penny they could out of your poor wallet. This game, along with Hollow Knight Silksong and Hades 2, delivers a masterfully crafted gaming experience, bursting from the scenes with love and attention to detail that will make any modern Pokemon or Call of Duty squirm in their seats for less than $60, when game companies try to sell you the same recycled slop for $70 to $80 a pop nowadays. The success of independent games this year, specifically Clair Obscur Expedition 33, forever changing quote-unquote standards of the gaming industry, has put on various studios to have their games break into the mainstream and therefore the hands of gamers. It's now more clear than ever that big budget publishers are not the only way to have your games recognized in a meaningful way against a AAA competition, as Clair's wild sales numbers, critical acclaim, and astounding Game Awards sweep have proved once and for all that quality speaks louder than any overblown budget or major company backing. As if a little game from France or Australia can steal the spotlight from the multi-million-dollar releases of the year responsible for the overworking of employees and mistreatment of consumers, then it's only a matter of time before the rest of the industry follow suit and put aside their profit projections, lower their budgets, and unshackle their creatives to allow them to create the games they want to make. After all, Clair was born out of spite of Ubisoft's anti-creative practices in exchange for seemingly never-ending lines of dull Assassin's Creed and Tom Clancy games. Perhaps we are finally entering a true creativity renaissance that isn't just a moment, but a full-on movement that will provide more light to creative voices in the gaming industry, and it's all thanks to Clair Obscur and the other brilliant indie releases from this year. Which is why Clair's Game of the Year win wasn't just a message to the modern gaming market of today, or a middle finger to all the Activisions and Ubisofts of the world that put monetization before quality, but a blessing to all those who come after. Hope you guys like this video. I put a lot of time and effort into this, and I'm very happy Clair won, and hope you guys have a great day, and maybe consider subscribing. That'd be nice. Alright, peace out and stuff.